The vast ocean holds many untold stories, quietly watching events unfold. But what happens when the skies above these waters turn into a battleground for strategy? Picture a Russian spy plane flying too close to a US aircraft carrier. The situation is tense and risky. How would the crew react right away? What would the US Navy do to handle this? And beyond this one moment, what could this mean for both countries involved? The ocean, with all its calm and beauty, can quickly become a place of tension when military forces are involved. When a spy plane from Russia enters the airspace above US Navy ships, the quiet waters turn into a stage for strategic moves. Both sides carefully watch each other, ready to act if needed. The slightest mistake could lead to a dangerous situation. An aircraft carrier isn't just a big ship. It's a symbol of US military power and strategy. These massive ships carry thousands of crew members, each performing a critical role in ensuring the carrier is always ready to respond to threats. With powerful weapons, advanced radar systems, and the ability to launch jets and drones, the carrier is more than a ship. It's a mobile fortress. It moves with precision, projecting strength wherever it goes, always ready to protect its interests in any corner of the world. Russian spy planes play a key role in gathering intelligence. Equipped with high-tech cameras, sensors, and communication interception systems, these planes collect data on enemy movements. The IL-20M and Tu-214R are some examples of planes used for electronic surveillance. By flying close to a US carrier, the spy plane aims to gather crucial details about the carrier's operations, like its electromagnetic signals. This information helps Russia understand the US military's strengths and weaknesses, giving them an edge in future encounters. Both nations are constantly playing a game of intelligence and counterintelligence. Russia wants to understand how the US operates its most important military assets, like aircraft carriers, while the US aims to understand how Russia gathers this intelligence. It's a never-ending back and forth where each side tries to outsmart the other without directly engaging in conflict. Each flight near a carrier, each radar ping, and each intercepted communication is a piece of a larger puzzle that both sides are trying to solve. It all begins with a small blip on the radar screen. The radar operator on the carrier notices an unidentified aircraft entering the carrier's airspace. This area is carefully monitored, as any unknown aircraft could pose a threat. The operator tries to identify the plane but gets no response. Immediately, the captain is informed and jets are prepared for takeoff. The carrier's defense systems are put on high alert, with destroyers and cruisers taking their positions. The entire crew understands that time is of the essence in such situations. A fast response could prevent a potential disaster. The US Navy quickly responds by launching jets to intercept the spy plane. These jets are designed to reach the plane fast and ensure the carrier remains protected. The destroyers and cruisers nearby also prepare for any threats, taking defensive positions. The crew works together like a well-practiced team, following procedures they've trained for over and over again. Every decision, from launching the jets to positioning the ships, is aimed at avoiding a direct conflict while making sure the carrier remains safe from harm. As the US jets close in on the Russian spy plane, a tense cat-and-mouse game unfolds. The US pilots are tasked with shadowing the plane and ensuring it knows it's being watched. The spy plane, meanwhile, continues to gather data while avoiding direct conflict. The US jets keep a close formation, ready to act if necessary. It's a delicate dance, where both sides know that any wrong move could escalate the situation quickly. The tension in the air is almost palpable as the two forces play their roles. These encounters aren't just about a single spy plane or an aircraft carrier. They're part of a much bigger picture. Russia wants to show that it can fly near US military assets without fear, while the US wants to demonstrate its readiness to respond to any threats. These situations send a strong political message to the rest of the world too. They remind everyone watching that both nations are prepared to defend their interests, no matter where these encounters happen. The broader implications are clear. This is about more than just one plane or one ship. Life on an aircraft carrier is busy and organized. Every crew member has a job, and they all work together to make sure the carrier runs smoothly. The flight deck is where jets are prepared for launch, while below deck, intelligence officers analyze data to keep the carrier safe. The carrier is like a city in the middle of the ocean, able to operate for long periods without help from the outside. It's a well-practiced system, designed to keep everything functioning smoothly, even during moments of high tension like this one. The goal is clear: make the Russian spy plane turn around without starting a fight. The presence of US jets flying close to the plane is usually enough to send a strong message. The spy plane knows it's being watched, and any aggressive move on its part would be met with force. But both sides want to avoid an actual confrontation. After a tense standoff, the spy plane usually turns back. It's a reminder of the power that the US military holds, and that any challenge will be met with a quick response. After the encounter is over, the US Navy goes through a detailed review. Pilots and radar operators debrief, sharing what went right and what could have been done better. This constant learning process ensures that the Navy is always prepared for the next time. The intelligence gathered from the spy plane is carefully studied to understand Russia's intentions. Each encounter adds to the knowledge both sides have about each other, making these moments valuable, not just for the present, but for future operations as well. While technology plays a huge role, it's the people behind the machines who make everything work. Radar operators, pilots, and intelligence officers are highly trained, but they're also human. They must make split-second decisions that could change the outcome of the encounter. A new radar operator might be seeing this kind of situation for the first time, while a veteran pilot relies on years of experience to guide their actions. It's a reminder that behind all the high-tech equipment are real people, working together to make sure everything runs smoothly. These encounters are like moves in a bigger game between global powers. Both sides are trying to gain an advantage, but no one wants to start a conflict. The rules of engagement are designed to keep things from escalating. The US and Russia both know the importance of avoiding any accidental collisions or misunderstandings. These moments are a reminder of the delicate balance of power in the world today. Maintaining that balance requires constant vigilance, skill, and careful decision-making by everyone involved. So what do you think? Are these encounters necessary, or do they raise the chances of conflict? Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more aviation insights.